You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh, wow.
Yes, I just wanted to give a shout out, just let you know somebody's listening. And
all right.
Yeah, Jeff, I'd like to get in touch with you, man. So I'm on Facebook. You can send me a friend request or vice versa. I'll try to look you up on Twitter and whatever.
Okay,
Instagram.
Cool,
yeah,
man.
All right.
Because I'm doing some stuff where I'd like to bring you in on some trombone things. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hit me up.
Hey,
all right.
Let me know about what y'all gonna do together, okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll keep you in the middle.
Absolutely.
Thank
you.
Thank
Thank you. All right.
You're welcome.
All right.
Y'all
Thank you for calling in. Wow. Wow.
You too, brother. Okay. All right, now take care.
You too, man. God bless.
All right.
Amen. Thank you. All right, bye.
Well, Bradshaw, he was on my show a few months ago. I had fun with him. He is very, very, very talented. Wow. So as we go along, Jeff Bradshaw, would you please give your website information and the social media pages that you're on? Go right ahead, please.
Okay. On Instagram, of course, the dog next door is starting to bark. But I'm out here on my deck, But on Instagram, I am Jeff Bradshaw. And on Facebook, I am Jeff Bradshaw on Facebook, and my website is IamJeffBradshaw.com. www.IamJeffBradshaw.com.
All right, and thank you for that information. Thank you. So you already mentioned that you will have your new album, CD album, coming out June. And what number album is this one you mentioned?
Oh, this is album number 4.
Album number 4.
My first album. Yeah, my first album was Bone Deep.
Yeah.
And my second album was Bon Appetit.
Yes.
The double album.
Yes.
That's the Bon Appetit was the double album. And the third album was the live album, Jeff Bradshaw and Friends. Home, one special night at the Kimmel Center. And this new album is called Stronger.
Stronger, that's right. Dropping in June, everyone. Yes. So in this new album, I haven't been able to get a hold of all the music on there yet, of course. Are you doing a little bit of gospel, any spiritual songs in there, or do you have that later in the future to work on another project later on in the future?
It's ironic that you asked me that question because my first 2 albums, I was signed to Steve McKeever signed me to Hidden Beach Recordings, which I was there on that record. I was on Hidden Beach with me and Jill and Kendrick the Family Soul and Mike Phillips. We were all in there together.
Wow.
So my first 2 albums. Yeah, my first 2 albums was on Hidden Beach, and then I signed a 1-album deal with Shanachie Records, which is I did the live album.
Okay.
But this album is being put out on my new record label, Bone Deep Enterprises. So this is the first album that I'm putting out on my own label, Bone Deep Enterprises, with Purpose Music Group and international distribution. So Bone Deep Enterprises will be putting out this record. So yes, it is in my plans to do a gospel. I wanted to release this album first, and then I'm going to do a gospel. On my next 2 projects, one will be a gospel album, and one will be a Christmas album.
Oh, wow! Well, y'all hear that, fans? All right, thank you for that information. Thank you. So, Jeff Bradshaw, what is your motivation that keeps you doing your music? What is that motivation, that banger, that spark that keeps you going?
Well, I tell you this. Music was my first love. I was in love with music before I had a girlfriend. Music was my first love, and she still is the love of my life, other than my mother and my children. Music was my first love. I have the gift and the gift. I don't call it a gift and a curse. I call it the gift and the gift. All day long, from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, I hear music in my head all day, all night. I remember being on first dates, dating and being on first dates and kind of like nodding and tapping my foot. You kind of bobbing my head and tapping my foot. And they'd be like, what are you listening to? And
your brain is wired differently.
Yeah, like I'm just I hear music all day long, and I thank God for that. I thank God for the gift of music and putting it in my spirit and putting it in my mind and in my head. For giving me that gift of that's all I hear. I'm a creative, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Everything I hear, dogs barking, motorcycles, fire engines. I hear music in everything. So that's the inspiration. Now, inspiration, I have plenty of that from my children, my 3 daughters, and my son, and my best friend, my mother, and my father. My father passed away about 8 or 9 years ago in 2011, 9 years ago, who put a trombone in my hand, who, gave me, passed down his musical talents to me, and he was an inspiration to me. My mother, who is my best friend, Carrie Bradshaw is her name, and that's my best friend, and she is one of my musical inspirations. She is one of my life inspirations. But my number one inspirations in my life are my children, my beautiful, beautiful children. They're a blessing to me. 2 of my daughters are graduating college this year. Maya and Kayla is graduating from Clark Atlanta University and Fort Valley State University, and my 11-year-old son. My children are 28. 21, 20, and my son is 11. And my children are my true and number one inspiration.
No, they keep you young at heart, I bet. And thank you for that information.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So, your ultimate desire, what is your ultimate desire out of this new album, these 2 singles, what you want your fans, all your followers to get out of this new music of yours?
First and foremost, that's a very good question. First and foremost, my desire is always to please and honor God with every piece of music, not just with my life, but with every piece of music that I record, because He gave me the gift to be able to play and record music. So my first and foremost, my desire is always to please God. And to please God through with the gift that He gave me, and to touch, heal, and inspire everyone, to touch people from 8 to 80 years old. To touch for young kids. I love when people send me videos of them riding in their cars and their 5, 6, and 7-year-old children are like singing the words to my songs and dancing. Dad, put Jeff Bradshaw on. Dad, put Jeff Bradshaw on. I've gotten video clips of people sending me videos of them in the house and their child saying, Alexa, play Jeff Bradshaw. So to be able to touch people, for people to be even right now in the midst of the in the midst of this oh my God.
This coronavirus, this coronavirus pandemic that's going on. We're talking about.
This is crazy. So Alexa is listening to me while I'm on this interview, and my music started playing.
I don't know that. Oh.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, off.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Like she really heard me talking on this interview and started playing my music.
Wow.
But to feel inspired for, in the midst of this terrible pandemic, for people to be home and listening to my music, people posting in their stories and tagging me, posting on their pages, like sitting home in here with the family, having dinner, having some wine, and winding down to Jeff Bradshaw. In here listening and dancing with the kids in the basement, listening to Jeff Bradshaw. It's about that. It's about being able to help kids in college listen to some of my music, because I have some of their favorite artists on my album while they're listening, studying, for their next midterm, studying for the next exams, listening to my music. That's my goal, just to touch people and to heal people and to inspire young musicians, especially young trombone players who think that only sax players can be band leaders, only trumpet players can be band leaders, only guitar players can be band leaders, only piano players and keyboardists can be band leaders and artists. It's really important that they know that there's a trombone player out here, me, Trombone Shorty, and whoever else is out here that are standing out front with our faces on the album, with our names on the marquee. You know, that's a beautiful thing for me. And I knew I was on my way when I was called to perform on the Tonight Show with late night on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, to be called as a guest when I was promoting my last album, when I played on the Tonight Show as a guest. I was like, okay, thank you, God. I mean, I felt like that was just God letting me know that He was still with me and we're moving in the right direction, and that we're still touching and healing people.
Right. He is using you. He knows your heart, and He is using you to touch people. That is a blessing. And thank you for that.
I'm sorry. That dog started barking. I'm sorry.
Oh,
that dog started barking. So on Instagram, I am Jeff Bradshaw. Facebook, I am Jeff Bradshaw. Twitter, I am Jeff Bradshaw. And on you can go to my website, which is www.iamjeffbradshaw.com. I just want to make sure that I put that out there. iamjeffbradshaw.com for my website to keep up with my tours and all of that stuff. But this new album, if you haven't downloaded a prototype featuring Raheem DeVaughn of Glasper, download it today and help me make history. And in June 5th, I think June 5th or the week after, but I know in June, I'm sure you'll help me announce it, but I'm going to make history. And many people feel like this is my Grammy album, and I feel that way as well. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, and I'll be working the shift behind the lines all hours of the night. I'm a night owl, so I'll be promoting the singles, the album, your events. And by the way, are you going to be doing any live performances in the near future? I guess after the album, right, is out.
Well, I guess when everything calms down, when people are more comfortable and ready to come out. But I'm doing live concerts and listening parties right in my home on Facebook Live. I think the first one I did when I released the single. One I did a listening party for the album. We had 22,000 views, and we did a listening party for the album. I did a single release party right on Facebook Live in my house.
I've seen that.
That was like 26,000 views. And last Tuesday, I did a Jeff Bradshaw mixtape live performance, and we got 32,000 views. So this Tuesday, the 14th, I'm going to be doing the celebration of the live album. I'm going to be taking people back to 2015. Because really, it's giving me an opportunity. This is all giving me an opportunity not just to put out new music, but also to introduce myself and reintroduce myself to people who may have been familiar with my music, or people who may not be familiar with my music. So I'm just taking people back to some of my previous albums. So this Tuesday, on the 14th, at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be on my Jeff Bradshaw Facebook page. I'm going Facebook Live, and I'm going to perform and do a big listening party for the live album, the Jeff Bradshaw and Friends Home, 2015, an album that featured Eric Roberson, Robert Glasper, Tweet, Kim Burrell, Najee, Kenny Lattimore, Marsha Ambrosius, Bilal, Take 6, Trombone Shorty. I mean, what an amazing night that was. And so we're going to go back and revisit. You know, I feel like it's all about who is Jeff Bradshaw. Get to know me again. And we're going to go back down. I'm going to play with some of that music. I'm going to play some of that music. We're going to listen to some of the album. It's just going to be a great interactive experience. I don't know if you've seen any of my Facebook Lives, but we have a good old time right from my living room. You know, we just have a good time because I love to entertain. I love to perform. And until I get back on stage, my stage will be my big living room with a beautiful view of the city of Philadelphia. And which going so on Tuesday.